The color of the inside of a watermelon, I would say, is
Red.
It's red.
Pink.
Red.
Red.
It's pink.
You want to go first?
No, you can go first.
I think his favorite color is crimson.
It's crimson.
Brown.
And her favorite color is...
I don't think she has an official favorite color.
I don't know.
If only we had talked about this like yesterday.
Red.
Go with rust.
Yes.
Pink?
Oh my god.
No?
Green. Strike one.
52 years, 53, February 14th of next year.
We met in 1998, but we probably started dating in the fall of 99, so 22 years.
Just over a year
We
dating.
started dating March 5th
Yes.
of 2020.
Yes.
But I started liking him in the 7th grade when we were 13.
I hate when he cracks his knuckles. That drives me up the wall. And he also drives barefoot, which I don't know if that's illegal,
It's not illegal.
but he drives barefoot. And so whenever we go somewhere, I'll like slide his flip-flops off, and I'm like, why?
The only thing that we really sometimes disagree about is things to do with our kids.
Every room he goes in and opens a door, like in the kitchen, any cabinet door stays open, or the drawers stay open. That is what I cannot stand it.
To think.
Good. That's good.
I mean, I think that, like, no offense, when you treat your cats like babies, I'm kind of like, I don't treat pets like children, but fair enough. Some people do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My children and my husband like to watch TV, but it drives me crazy. So I think we argue about that the most. I will watch a movie, but then that's all I can do.
What do I do?
Oh, she says things. She says things that she would think she probably wouldn't say.
Like what?
Oh, you say things that don't need to be said.
Which time? We met, she says that we met at a football game.
I was actually sitting in front of him, and I have picture proof that I was sitting in front of him because his arm is in the back of my picture with my friend. But I turned around because he was sitting by himself, and I was just talking to him, getting to know him. Didn't want him to feel lonely sitting by himself at a football game.
The first time I remember meeting is we lived next to each other in our dorm room.
Which was a year after the football game.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take this?
Well, we met at Columbia University in New York. We both went there for graduate school. I mean, I saw him first probably, and then we saw each other a few times here and there, but I asked him out.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then it kind of cascaded from there.
My first memory of her, she was a year ahead of me at grad school, and she was in charge of the script swap, and she left a voicemail on my answering machine. I was like, oh, I know who that person is. I'm cool she called me, but it had nothing to do with me. It was more business. So yeah.
So he thinks.
That's right.
Go ahead.
In the 7th grade study hall at Tuscaloosa Junior High School, which is the building still there, he would bring me fireballs to school because he knew that I liked them, and he'd let me wear his watch home.
Probably the one thing that I love the most about my wife is her focus on family.
He is competent in every way, every single day, completely consistent all the time.
She's very serious about always doing what's best for our kids.
Always dependable. There's never a situation that he cannot handle.
There was a time when, of course, we were focused on each other more than anything. And then when you have kids, it changes. And every once in a while, that can cause some friction. But for the most part, we're on the same page and we want what's best for our kids.
Well, I love everything about him, except that he drives barefoot. But I love how real he is with everyone.
I would probably say how much she cares for other people.
Yeah, he's so genuine, authentic, keeps it real, doesn't sugarcoat.
And he cares so well for everyone.
She has a very strong desire to serve. She wants to serve in the church. She wants to serve. Her job is basically what she wants to do is help people after natural disasters, during pandemics, that kind of thing. So like so much of her identity, I think, is wrapped up in her desire to help other people and help people who can't help themselves. And to me, that is something that is incredibly admirable and also just makes me respect and care for her more every time I see that play out.
And try not to cry.
Her commitment.
He is the most caring, giving,
Commitment to her friends, commitment to the marriage.
kind-hearted person.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, we went to the beach with his family, and I was laying next to him in bed, and he was complaining because the pillow was really hard. And I rolled over, and he didn't say anything, but I got up out of the bed. I went through all the pillows that were in the closet and squished them all, and I was like, he'd probably like this one. I think when I gave him that pillow and realized that I didn't even think twice about it, that was when I knew that I loved him.
A few months, half a year after we started dating, and I meant it, and I still do. It's easier to, because of the way that she is, feel that way. Obviously, I liked her when I started dating her, but just being able to see who she is and how she treats other people and treats me.
When I was 13, I just knew it.
You know, when we started back dating after several years.
And then when we broke up and I dated other people, I always compared them to Steve. Their hands were not like Steve's, and Steve didn't do this. They didn't do this like Steve did, or I just compared everything. And I guess if I hadn't married Steve, I wouldn't have married anybody.
I don't have a great answer for how to determine how you know. Some people believe in fate or concepts like love at first sight.
I just fell in love with him right immediately.
I was always a little bit more philosophical about things, and it makes sense pragmatically, and it we get along, or just experiencing the people that you've dated or known throughout your whole life, the things that you have in common the most. So it just works out, and you feel a little bit blessed or lucky that she loves you back, and it's like, okay, well, let's build on that. And then you just keep getting to know each other a little bit more, and you find things that are in common, and you have the similar life goals, and everything works out. So I don't know if there was ever a moment that or that I knew. It just eventually you look at like, of course we should be married. Like, why did it take so long? But you don't know it until later, I guess, that you really feel like it.
Oh, when we were at Columbia, he was sitting in the sort of student lounge, and he worked in the equipment room, and he said a few words to me, like, my name's Teddy, you know how he is. He had kind of a quiet voice, and this is kind of a slight southern lilt, and I guess I just knew, knew right away.
Well, I think you show it by being honest and committed to whatever happens, that we're going to be together.
Love is putting others before yourself.
She's just getting over a long illness, over a year, and that was a real commitment from us, but we toughed it out, and she's better.
So I guess love to me is just a commitment, a partnership. You have to express thankfulness and gratitude, and you can't let stresses be the face of your relationship. You have to constantly, affirm and tell each other that you love them, and not let it be assumed, for too long.
I would say love is consistency, being able to give criticism and hang in there even through the roughest times, and I try to anticipate needs and I listen. I think that's the key, is just listening and taking an sort of interest in every sort of the minutia detail of someone's day.
Love to me is trust. It's patience, forgiveness, forgiveness. It's showing grace when we need it most.
I know that for me, acts of service is really big. That's the way that I know best how to express my love, is to do things for other people and know that, like, if they needed something, I would do it. If they ask me to do something and I can, I will.
I don't know if I have any advice. I don't know if I would have listened to advice from an older person at the time. You just think, like I said, you just find somebody to build a foxhole together, and whatever challenges come, you do it together.
I would say just keep it real. Talk about what you like, what you don't like. Just be really honest about what you're expecting to get out of the relationship.
Talk about how you would raise your children before you have children. Don't just have them. That's what I would do.
Be real with yourself and be real with them, but you have to be able to tell them that, and you have to be able to talk about things that are hard.
Well, I think it's alarming. You got families that break up. You need a family to raise children, not just one person.
Well, marriage is not easy. It's hard, and you have to work at it. And you go through hard times. I guess these days they just give up. But if you don't give up and make it work, years down the road, it's worth it.
The only thing we never get enough of is love. And the only thing we never give enough of is love.